Martinelli and Saka start. If you went ahead to obviously watch my match preview, it was like I was in the head of Mikel Arteta. Arteta has gone ahead to name the exact 11 that I went ahead to obviously predict in here, and I think those ones that we went ahead to really watch it have come out to witness it that it's really the exact 11 that I went ahead to obviously cues. So we are powered by Mono Gadgets, and Mono Gadgets are dealers in phones, laptops, and dealers in phones, laptops, and phones and laptops that are brand new. Even if you want used phones and used laptops, you can as well contact them on +256 70 99 88 665. The number is well stipulated down there onto your right lower bottom corner. Then you can as well follow them on TikTok at monogadgets256, and they'll obviously get you the best that you desire as their client into the mix. So Arsenal has gone ahead to name its starting 11, and it's really one of those moments that you have to obviously come out and really admit that Arteta is really coming big and better to obviously get into the mix and obviously see to it that everything really moves on as to plan. And when you look at the starting 11 of Arsenal, it has the following players into the mix. David Raya is in goal as expected. Then we are having another player. Benjamin White is the right back, Zinchenko left back. Then we are having Gabriel and Saliba into the central defense. Thomas Partey, CDM area. Declan Rice playing in the midfield three alongside Partey and Odegaard, meaning that they are going to be thriving into a very positive attacking system into there. Then Saka as the right forward, Martinelli left forward, and Kai Havertz as the center forward. And I told you this, I think I recorded it. Was it on Friday? I think it was a Thursday when I recorded the video of the match preview of Arsenal versus Wolverhampton Wanderers. And guess what? We obviously got to know that we now went ahead to predict the exact 11 that the man was going to put out. So I think we don't even have a lot to say about this starting 11 because we've already gone ahead to break it down. And let's obviously get into what we call that of Wolverhampton Wanderers, because it's the most important of the Arsenal fans. They need to know who are they going to face and how is he going to really stand. Jose Sa in goal. He's playing a system of 3-5-2 and three central defenders, with Doherty on the right side of the three-man central defense, T. Gomez on the left side of the three-man central defense, Masquera at the center, all in the center of the three-man central defense. Then we are having Ara Gomez, right wing back. Then Alturi Nuri, left wing back. Then Lemina, Gomez, and Belagard into the three-man central midfield that is obviously going to be facing Partey, Declan Rice, and Martin Odegaard into the mix. So that is the midfield three, and he's playing with 5 defenders, 3 central midfielders. Hwang and Larsen are leading the line for the side of Wolverhampton Wanderers. So that is the side of Wolverhampton Wanderers and Arsenal. The game is starting in 8 minutes from now, and we all anticipated that it's really going to be a very huge and entertaining game. When you go to the benches of these teams, we are going to be dissecting the bench of Arsenal. Aaron Ramsdale, Gabriel Jesus, Julian Timber, Edin Ketia, Leandro Trossard, Jorginho, Reece Nelson, Ricardo Carafiori, and Ethan Nwaneri. And shockingly, Fabio Vieira is nowhere to be seen. And is he injured? The manager is yet to obviously come up and obviously reveal to the public what has gone ahead to go wrong with the player in the names of Fabio Vieira. But Julian Timber returning onto the bench is really very important, because the manager confirmed to us on Friday, that was yesterday in the pre-match press conference, that he's set to play and is really fit to obviously coming through and put in a required shift altogether into the mix. That is the manager of Arsenal. And Timber returning into the team of Arsenal is really huge boost, and it really gives them a lot of options in there for you. And I believe he's really going to be playing some minutes. Into this game, whether as a left back or a right back. And for Ricardo Carafiori, I'm smelling his Premier League debut. That is it. I'm smelling his Premier League debut too. The manager might obviously get him on. Gabriel Jesus is another one. and I believe the other one that will come on through is going to be Jorginho, and Leandro Trossard. So if he's to make 5 substitutions in this game, depending on the game situation, Gabriel Jesus will come on, Julian Timber will come on, Trossard will come on, Jorginho will come on, and Ricardo Carafiori is also most likely to come on. When you look at the side of Wolverhampton Wanderers, they are having Santiago Bueno, Podence, Cunha, Craig Dawson, Tommy Doyle, Pablo Sarabia, Chiquinho, Dan Bentley, Goncalo Guedes. And for this Podence, Matthias Cunha, Tom Doyle, and Sarabia, those are the subs that I believe the manager of Wolverhampton Wanderers, that is Gary O'Neill, will obviously try to really bring on and put in a very huge shift into the mix. Dan Bentley is one of those goalkeepers that Arsenal really looking at, obviously sign and bringing through. He has gonna hit to make it onto the bench, and he's the second goalkeeper onto this side. And you ask yourself, would you rather be a second choice goalkeeper at Wolverhampton Wanderers, or you would rather be a would you rather be a second choice goalkeeper at Wolverhampton Wanderers, or you would rather be a second choice goalkeeper at Arsenal? I think it makes a lot of sense if at all is happening at Arsenal. And guys, guess what? Arsenal is coming into this beautiful game of football when Manchester United yesterday went ahead to beat Fulham by 1-0, and they've been on top of the table not until Liverpool went ahead, obviously put 2 goals past the side of Ipswich Town. It was Diego Jota and Mohamed Salah onto the score sheet. So Liverpool is now topping the Premier League table. I'm going to be recording something for them onto this channel and really let you know exactly what that means. But this game is really very important. And for the side of Arsenal, all they have to do is simple. They have to come up and put in a very beautiful shift altogether. And that shift has to result into a result that takes them on top of the table. But most importantly, what they have to first do is simple. You get? What they have to first do is simple. They have to first score those goals, right? They have to first score those goals as Arsenal and really make sure that they're into the mix of really having those 3 points in the bag. Now, after getting those 3 points in the bag, what you have to do is simple. Go ahead and think of maybe going gung-ho in like scoring very many goals against them. I think that's the case, and that will be the most important bit of it all. So, most importantly, are 3 points. If they get those 3 points in, then they will think of topping the table in there for you. But I believe Arsenal can take it 3-0, and they can find themselves on top of the Premier League table. That's what is really running in my head, and I know Arsenal is really going to make it, and no one is really going to stop them from obviously becoming that side. And in the previous, ever since Mikel Arteta came in through, I think I've gonna hate to see them lose the opening game. I think they lost to Brentford, season of 2021-2022, but season of 2022-2023, they beat Leicester by 4-2 at Emirates. Last season, they are playing Nottingham Forest. That game ended 2-1 in favor of Arsenal, meaning that Arsenal has always gonna hit obviously win its battles, right? And they've gonna hit to win their battles, right? Because they've gonna hit to choose them in the right manner, and they've gonna hit obviously cause a lot of damage to its opponents. And this time round, we obviously think that it's not gonna be the same. You get? It's not gonna be the same, and it's really gonna cause a lot of excitement to the fans of Arsenal, because they are really willing to put in a shift, and no one is really gonna stop them from really putting in the shift into that side. So, as it stands, it is not gonna stop. Arsenal is not gonna stop. They are gonna come hard at this team. They are gonna put in a shift. Arteta is really one of those that is really trying to push to see to it that everything really moves on into the right direction, and nothing is really going to stop them from obviously getting to where they are supposed to be. So we are waiting to see how things pan out, and we are going to be returning in here, right? We are going to be returning in here with what we call the match reaction. We're recorded as usual. You remember how we are doing it last season. The match reaction will be recorded, uploaded in here for you, and you guys will enjoy it. But my prediction is 3-1 win for the club of Arsenal. That's my prediction, and that takes Arsenal to the top of the Premier League table, because they would have gone ahead to do the needful. But it's not only Arsenal, I think, playing. There are very many other teams that are really showcasing their game of football tonight, and it's really gonna be Wolverhampton Wanderers versus Arsenal, Everton versus Brighton, then Newcastle versus Southampton, Nottingham Forest versus Bournemouth. You know, those are the 4 games that are going to be played right now. Then later, 19:30 hours, it's going to be West Ham taking on the side of Aston Villa. What a game to summarize our day in here onto the Rokani Media Football. So guys, allow me leave you here, and I'm going to be returning with what we call the match reaction after the game of Arsenal